Hi guys, so we're just going to do some groundwork stuff today. This is Ricochet. She's a little bit lame at the moment. The farrier came and I think her feet are a little bit short, so she's a bit hoppy, so we're just going to do some very gentle walk exercises. So I use a cavesson. I don't think side reins are good. Anything that fixes the head's horse in a position where it can't change is not good for its muscles. And when you're working the horse, just like when you're riding, you want the horse to be in a relaxed frame with its head out just slightly. If it's there, it's too bent. Putting too much pressure in there, and it's just shortening the neck and not the back. And if the head's obviously all the way up here, that's putting strain all the way down there as well. So that's not good either. So we want the head to just always be in a nice posture of about there. So I don't feel totally comfortable telling you all about groundwork because I'm not super experienced in it. You're best off, in my opinion, is to get Manolo Mendez DVD. It's $30 or $40. It's 3 hours of in-hand work and exercises that you can do. Plus, once you buy it, you can join their Facebook group and ask questions online for any specific issues you're having with your horses. So I would recommend that, but this is just a few little things that I do every day. The key to any work is just to do tiny bits of it. Don't do endless amounts, maybe 5-10 minutes, and slowly build it up just a little bit. And then go do some riding. You can have your saddle and your bridle on when you're doing this. The cavesson I just like it because it doesn't have any pressure on the mouth. Just helps you to be a bit softer. So the first thing you can teach your horse is just when their head's up like that, you can tap on the belly and a little downward pressure on the nose, tap. And that brings the head down. The second they put their head down, you relax, there's no pressure there. You can ask for a bit lower, tap, good girl. Tap, good girl. If your horse is spooky, a really good exercise to do is to see if you can get them to put their head all the way down to the ground. What happens is it allows this to fill up. A little bit of blood goes to the head. When their head's up, the adrenaline's up, this makes them slow down and get a little bit sleepy and relaxed. Just when you come up, just take it slowly because it's like when you've had your head upside down for a while, the blood rushes to it. So you just let them, it gets them to calm down a little bit. So I want our head to be sort of in that relaxed state at all times. And then all we do is I use a bamboo as well because a lot of the horses don't like the whip noise. This is light, it doesn't have the whip noise, it's different. So horses that are scared of whips generally aren't scared of the bamboo. But you can start by touching them all over, running down, both sides, under the belly, just to see how they react. Good girl. Ricochet's not going to react because she's used to it. So the head's down and then all we do is just walk off. Good girl. Now another exercise you can do to help warm up their back muscles is we want this in hind leg to step under. So I'm just doing, come back here. I'm just going to do, every time that hoof is hind hoof is about to take off, I tap it to get her to step under and I take it off. And I'm just doing a circle with her so she feels the bend. But I'm not pulling on the rein, on the cavesson. Oh, and it needs to be slow. There's no point, the slower you go, the more she can coordinate and get her hind leg underneath it. Fast is not good. To stop, just put the bamboo at the chest to get them to stop. And I want to head down again, so tap, good girl. Swap hands. And we're going to work this inside hind. We're going the other way. Walk on. Okay. Back here so you can see me. Don't do hours of this, like 5 minutes, if that. If your horse isn't used to doing that, just by stepping under and stretching those hind muscles, it's going to be a little bit of a difference for them. So don't overdo it. Once the horse gets it, just leave it, go do something else. This isn't about endless small circles. Once your horse has done that a few times, just casually swap. Just have a walk. Now, Ricochet doesn't really lunge that well. She looks pretty awful when she lunges. So there's no point in me sticking her out on a 20-metre lunge circle and asking her to go around with her head up and her striding really short. So you just need to stay close to the horse so that if they get a bit worried or too fast, you're right there to stop them so they don't rush off. She learns to keep her head down. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Now, if your horse can't even do that smaller circle without rushing, the only other thing you can do is hop with them. If they go too fast, you put the pull. So she doesn't like that. So she's not ready to do circles, so we don't ask them. Pull. You can do this sort of stuff too. So if they start to rush in front of you, you've got that there at all times to teach them to stop. She's been a bit slow today because I think she's sore. Stop. If they're pushing and they're not listening to that, tap on the shoulders and get them to walk back with you and get them off. They don't listen to the shoulder kick. when they're relaxed, just give them a pat, spend some time with your horse, give them a rub all over. If you don't listen, you can just increase. I'm not hitting, I'm just letting it bounce off her foot until she moves it, and then I relax. Good. And because she's taken a step, as soon as she looks like she wants to move forward, let's stop. Doing that, it's the same position I use when I'm riding when I want them to turn on a small circle as well. Outside hand forward, turning on your inside, outside hand back. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just do little bits, and every day when you do little bits, it gets more perfect. So don't expect them to do it straight away. Just reward every small try and get them relaxed. As soon as their head comes up, just ask for it to come down. They're really excited, ask them to come down. Make sure you kneel to the side so that if they do jump forward, it's not on you. And then when you go to competitions, after you've been doing this as a routine at home, this becomes a security blanket for them when they go to a comp. When it's all a bit more exciting, when the adrenaline's up, bring the head down, get them to relax, do the inside hind crossing over. It gets them, having that inside hind crossing over gets them to coordinate themselves, it gets them to think without what's going on, and it gets them to relax all their muscles in their back and down there, and it warms their back up nicely before you get on. And then when you get on at a comp, you start doing those same exercises in the saddle, just as you warm up. And then all of a sudden you've got a horse that knows what it's doing, that's relaxed, even when the environment's not relaxed. But just little bits. I'm not doing any more with her now. I'll go get Remy and we'll see if if she's okay to do a bit more with. I'll be back in a sec. How do you teach them ground manners? Well, one of my horses out the back, who's just a broken in warm blood, she's a bit naughty on the ground. And I found with her to have the bamboo, and I did it against a wall of the arena, but every time she tried to barge and not stop near me, I'd stop. Make her step back a few spots, come forward, stop, back a few bits. If the head was up, I'd get her head to come down and get her to come forward. And every time then we'd stop and and we'd just relax. And every time she moved a foot that I didn't ask her to, it went back to the same spot, or we went back two strides and learned to stay still there. And every time she tried to push me, we'd go back, and then we'd come forward again. And if I was leading her, you're leading your horse and they drop their shoulder onto you and push in, just change your hand and you put that there, and it keeps them away from you. And that's how you can teach them to stay out on the lunge as well, by pointing to the shoulder. But you've got to do it this close to start with. Over, over, over. Yeah. Good. Your horse can't lunge. Don't do any more than that. There's no point asking for 3 20-metre circles on the lunge line if they can't stay on an even circle. They're better off to have 2, 1, 3, 4 good strides next to you, keeping a distance apart in balance, and then coming back to walk and you running alongside them. Then you letting them go and having 3 circles of them dropping shoulders, going in and out on a circle with their head in the air or down too low. Just do little bits, and as you little bits, you can get 3 good steps at a trot, then you can get 6 good steps, and then you can get a whole circle eventually. But don't be rushed to ask for more than 1 step, 2 step at a time. Just build it slowly, build it nicely, and then you'll have a whole nice picture at the end of it. Sideways. Once again, it's slow and it's just a few steps. If they don't get it, don't worry. Do something else, come back and ask again later. Ask again another 3 weeks, it doesn't matter, just don't rush it. And what will eventually happen is every time you stop, the horse will put its head down without having to ask. Gotcha. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty basic. If your horse walks forward and you don't ask it to, make it step back to where you want it to. And when it's in a relaxed state, reward and pat. Praise her the whole time. If they're not used to lunging, just do little run with them for a few trot steps, come back to walk. And as your horse becomes better balanced, make the distance between you bigger and bigger, so eventually you're on the inside of the circle and they're on the outside. You can ask for little crossings over to stretch out the muscles on the back and the hamstring, especially for standardbreds. It's really good to do that. And just do 5-10 minutes at a time. Like, that's not strenuous. I can go for a ride now. And I've warmed her up a little bit. And she's happy, she's relaxed before I get on. And then you use that for a competition. So if you've got any questions, send me a message. But it's pretty simple, but I do recommend getting Manolo's DVD for a lot more very detailed, fantastic explanations of everything. I'm just a complete beginner with this sort of stuff. But this is the few little things that have helped me with my 2 standardbreds, the warm blood and the thoroughbred that I do have. So they all do the same stuff. Alright? Alright, thanks guys, bye!